In this video, I'm going to share 5 expert level tips for dominating in-game in Fortnite Battle Royale. Whether you're a wannabe pro player or just learning the game, these 5 tips will help you dominate your opponents in the final few zones of the map. Stay tuned for all 5 tips because you aren't going to want to miss any of them, and feel free to leave a comment discussing any of your own tips. Tip 1 is positioning. When it comes to the in-game, be aware of the people around you. Know who's on height and know who's on low ground. Constantly check to see where others have boxed up, and if able to, take high ground. This will give you a massive advantage, and if you hear someone's shield crack, join in on the lobby focusing, or an alternative, shoot at someone who has an open window to get an easy pick and help against storm surge if the lobby is stacked. Tip number 2 is to play intelligently. Use your brain. If something seems like a bad play, then don't do it, especially in ranked or in a tournament. Be extra careful to not make a blunder. Always be aware of what game number you're on if you're playing a tournament. Don't rush into unnecessary fights or expose yourself for too long. Focus on knowing where your opponents are and adjust positioning and strategy accordingly. Remember, patience and smart decision making is always better than someone who rushes in and gets eliminated. This is incredibly important in the in-game. Tip 3 is playing for zone. Pay close attention to the storm at all times and position yourself strategically to stay within it. If able, always base up dead side zone to allow for the best chance of being uncontested and being able to rotate for the next zone easily. If you can't play dead side, try to get middle zone for the best chance at pulling the next zone. Make sure to keep an eye out for any easy snipes or picks for a free elimination and easy points. Tip 4 is don't push an enemy unless you're sure you can win. It's always better to play your life than to die and have to start all over. Whether that means spam building and wasting a bunch of materials or not, if you think you're done, waste as many materials as you can, because if you die, you won't have those mats, so might as well use them and have a better chance at staying alive. If you hear a shield crack, peek, but make a smart decision on whether or not to push. Taking unnecessary fights can leave you vulnerable to third parties. Instead, focus on picking off cracked opponents or capitalizing on their mistakes to secure a very easy elimination. And tip 5 is to be adaptable. You're not always going to pull storm, or if you're playing duos, your teammate might die early. In an in-game scenario, being able to adapt is essential. If you need to, switch up your loadout or change your means of rotation. If you see a gun of less rarity, but that could be more useful in the scenario you're in, don't be afraid to risk it a little bit. High risk, high reward. Think of every play from the perspective of what is lost and what is gained by doing said play. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!